it's Karen from Over the Edge. I thought that I would do some outreach to you today and answer some questions that I get a fair amount of time from people that are thinking that, this might not be the best fundraiser for you. So one of the questions that I get quite frequently is, we're not New York City, we don't have crazy tall buildings, there's no way we'd be able to host this event. And that's not actually true. So we have done a ton of these events off smaller buildings, and there actually is a benefit to doing them off smaller buildings. So the Flynn Center in Burlington, Vermont did it off a 9-story building, had a great event. They've been doing it for a couple of years now, and they've raised a lot of money off only 9 stories. We've done as low as 5 stories as well, so you certainly don't need a tall building in order to do this event. And there's actually a benefit to doing it from a shorter building, and that is you can actually have more people fundraising on behalf of your organization. They can actually rappel over the side of the building on your event day. So there is a benefit. It doesn't have to be, a crazy 30-story building in the center of downtown. One of the other questions that I get a lot too is that we have an older donor base and they're just not going to be interested in something like that. And you would be surprised. On average, the people that rappel aren't people that are in their late 20s, that are your thrill seekers or your rock climbers. We've had them all over the map, everywhere from someone who was 14 all the way up to, we've had people in their 80s and even their early 90s that have rappelled. There was a gentleman who was in his mid-80s that rappelled off the side of the building in Jersey City just this past year. So you certainly don't have to be, in your 30s and 40s and be in great shape in order to do this event. It is actually made for everybody. Another part of that is we've also had people that have rappelled. We've had wheelchair rappels. We've had people with developmental disabilities that have rappelled, people that have hearing issues and sight issues, and we've actually even had a canine rappel. So there's really no reason as to why this wouldn't be able to work for you and your organization. Another question I get a lot is people say, we don't have the staff, we don't have the time. And we've had a couple of organizations that we've worked with that are totally volunteer run. There's not a single paid staff person, and they still manage to host great events. 2 examples that come to mind are Mobile, Alabama, and another one in Colorado. So you don't actually have to have paid staff. If you have a dedicated board and dedicated volunteers, you can absolutely host a great event. And the other question I get asked, probably with the most frequency, is, we have too many events. There's no way this is going to be able to fit in our calendar. And that could be true, but you might want to look at some of your events. Maybe some of them aren't generating the returns that they were originally. Or maybe some of them have lost interest and it's a little more difficult to get people to commit to them. So maybe it's time to see if there's a new exciting event that might be a great fit for it. And if you are looking for that, then I think an Over the Edge rappelling event definitely fits that criteria. It is definitely an exciting event. It's definitely thrilling, and it will certainly get people talking. So yeah, I just wanted to give you some answers to some frequently asked questions that I get. If you have any others, then by all means feel free to reach out. My number is 866-434-8776. My extension is 136. Or send me an email at Karen@overtheedgeusa.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.